From Naomi cashing in Money in the Bank successfully, to Rhea Ripley and Io Sky putting on another certified banger, had breakout performances from the likes of Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, and Kalani Jordan. The Fatal 4-Way saw Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss building on their chemistry, and I thought they had an absolutely terrific night. And the same goes for the rest of the women in that match as well. Really enjoyed that one. I'd be remiss not to mention that my GOAT Becky Lynch, my favorite women's wrestler of all time, had a standout night. What a triple threat match that was. And listen, Becky, you ain't gotta preach to me. I already know that you're the best to ever do it. I've been here. And selfishly, what a weekend for me. I see my GOAT Edge return and my other GOAT Becky Lynch win. And I so much join the cries of Jackie Redmond and Biggie on the post show saying, let's not wait another 7 years for this. Let's do this again soon. Because the women out there proved that on their night, women's wrestling is the best goddamn wrestling in the world. And I could not be prouder of the progress that they have made in the time that I have been a fan, let alone over the last 20 years. Blake Monroe also turned on Jordan Grace to see JC Jane retain.
Center of the court. Oh! Backfire, and there's that rolling encore from JC Jane for the win!
And after all that smoke had cleared, my mind instantly went to TNA Slammiversary this upcoming weekend. Because are we about to see JC Jane become a double champion, or is Masha Slamovich about to become a double champion? But yeah, man, what an absolutely stellar pay-per-view. Naomi cashing it, just getting a match that was that good, and then followed by a cash-in and seeing Naomi do that and such a shocking turn as well. And by the way, I don't even think I mentioned Jade Cargill had a great match with Naomi. That no holds barred match absolutely slapped as well. And let me know your wrestling hot takes down in the comments below. It can be current day or it can be in history, and you'll have a chance of being in the next episode. Naomi winning was a much better option than Rhea. I don't necessarily think that's a hot take, but I agree with you to an extent. Again, I am not even remotely, not even 1% a Rhea Ripley hater. I love her. I wouldn't have minded if she became champion again, especially after a match like that. But at the same time, seeing Naomi finally get that moment and cash in successfully, hey, I'm always gonna be there.
But she's the champion. Timing could not have been better.
7-match PLE should start being a normal thing. Every match had the time it needed to flourish. We don't need to rely on the big PLEs like SummerSlam and WrestleMania to have a 7+ match card. To top it all off, Evolution should be a yearly thing. Keep on the grind, man. 10k till 200k. Yes! And this is indeed your reminder, if you're new around here, subscribe. But yeah, I've got to agree with you. I think 7 matches, 6 to 7, and maybe you can do 5 on some of them. It really just depends what the card looks like, because if you do a 5-match card, all those matches should be bangers and they all should get extended time. You know what I mean? There shouldn't be filler segments and long entrances and Jey Uso doing this for like 10 minutes, you know. And I tell you what absolutely is not the play, a 6-hour pay-per-view, because for as good as All In was, yeah, that's a lot of wrestling, dude. Io versus Ripley was easily the best WWE match of the weekend. I mean, I'd go as far to say it might have just been the best match of the weekend, low-key. Although when you look at all the action we got this weekend, you've got to look at Mox and Hangman, obviously. The Casino Women's Gauntlet was very good as well. You also, of course, had Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné. So there was a lot of great women's wrestling this weekend. There was a lot of great wrestling this weekend, and you love to see it. Naomi had one of the best cash-ins in the past 9 years. By the way, I love your videos, and we need that Total Divas remake. I just want to go ahead and say I appreciate that you put the 3 fire emojis after your hot take. I always do it in the little intro, which, by the way, I don't even know if people read those intros, but I absolutely agree. Naomi's cash-in was fire. I loved it. And yeah, I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to the next Women's Money in the Bank because I feel like they always nail it. This is how Raquel should be booked. A giant who can throw women around instead of taking hits and eating a pin every match. I hope she gets a good singles push in the mid-card next year. I've been saying this about Raquel Rodriguez. She gets far too much hate, and I'm glad people are starting to come around on her and show her the respect she deserves. I really think the tide has started to shift ever since Night of Champions. That match against Rhea Ripley was terrific. fantastic. She really showed out. She balled out on that night. And I think, yeah, Raquel as mid-card champion, I'd love to see it, especially now that we actually have women's mid-card championships. But I love the way that her and Raquel, or excuse me, her and Roxanne's dynamic is going. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the Judgment Day story. All in main event is top 3 best book matches of the year in all of wrestling. Talk to the hand if you disagree. Well, I'm not talking to the hand. I absolutely love the whole endgame AEW vibe. It was awesome. And yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. Tony Khan is a sicko for giving us all this wrestling in one day. He's gotten good at booking his entire roster for a pay-per-view without making feel like oh god, I messed up. What? I'm assuming you're trying to say without making it feel long. Not complaining though. Also dope content. Much love from Canada. Thank you, A. You know, I'm actually not a big fan of Tim Hortons, but big fan of Bret Hart. I absolutely agree though. Tony Khan has definitely gotten better at booking his entire roster, and I think AEW is in a really healthy place right now, ignoring all the obnoxious people online who are still going to continue to clown AEW and be desperate for attention. I don't really care about those people. All I care about is that Tony Khan has the right thing going for AEW, and I really think this is the beginning of another great run for them. If not, we're already in the midst of one. Shawn Michaels probably booked this show with how much women there were. Yeah, you got a valid point. Shawn Michaels definitely treats the women a lot better than Triple H does, that's for sure. I'm just glad the Jade Cargill feud with Naomi finally ended. Now Jade Cargill can go to SummerSlam and become the new WWE Women's Champion, just like Naomi became the new Women's World Champion tonight at Evolution. I guess now it's just a clear path for Jade Cargill to go and beat Tiffany Stratton and win the Women's Championship. But I would assume that later this year, maybe in November again, they will do Crown Jewel. And if they do Crown Jewel, are they going to do that whole World Champion versus World Champion thing? And better yet, will it be Jade Cargill as the WWE Women's Champion and Naomi as the Women's World Champion going at it to end that feud there? Because maybe some separation between the big three would do them some good, and then you go ahead and you run it back at Crown Jewel.
No build, no problem. Triple H, wait, that's me. I said it. Yeah, there was no fuck build. I don't care. You care that there was no build for Evolution? Did the show deliver? Oh yeah, big fuck deal. We're never doing it again. See you in 70 years, bitch.
Can you blame future me for quitting watching WWE after SummerSlam, with WWE genuinely expecting me to accept Maru McIntyre and Pogan Lol versus Andy Rotten and really Am I having a stroke? Again? Chelsea Green is now an op for stopping the Devil's Kiss on Nikki Bella. Nah, man, I disagree. Chelsea Green, you are officially a total diva for doing that right there. Stopping the attack from Stephanie Vaquer on my glorious total diva, Nikki Bella, the second greatest total diva of all time. Chelsea Green, thank you. Nikki Bella needs to come back to wrestling more. We need more of my total divas go. You damn right.